So you got different foods for different months. Now, as a very general overview of Indigenous culture of Australia, there was approximately 6 seasons, but within each month of the year, you could say the food source was constantly changing. Now, because Maoris and all the others around Australia were nomadic, so they moved from an area to area, and they do that so that they could keep the area balanced. Wouldn't take too much food, take some, and when they saw the food source was getting low, okay, pack up and move. So that way equilibrium is restored, balance is restored. So they come back maybe a year, maybe 2 years, maybe 6 months later, and all the food's there again. So yes, as we can see on this little calendar here that I've brought along, yeah, there's different foods for different times of the year.
If we start at the start of our year, January, it's kind of the stormy and the rainy season, I see. Rather than being a summer, it's stormy and rainy.
Yes, that's it. And you can see in the month of January, there's a couple of different things, not really too much. There's a shell they could have collected a lot of, so periwinkle. Now, if anyone knows what a periwinkle shell is, so you see them on the beach there. Now, we didn't call the periwinkle. We had a different name for him. We called him Nidjar, Niggar, Nidjar. So that's the name for the periwinkle shell found on the beach. Okay, another little food source you might find in the month of January, you might get maybe the cockle, another little shell at the beach. So perhaps back then, in January, maybe there wasn't too much food available. Maybe it was too stormy to go hunting, so they'd live off the plants and live off what they could find at the beach. Maybe all the storms would keep all the animals away hiding.
So then we move into February, which is more seafood. I see in March you get into more of an autumn type patterns, and you're looking at more fish, I guess, the cod and the dugong.
The ocean was their supermarket, was their way of getting fish. So they couldn't just go to the shop and buy some. Oh, here's $20, I'll take 3 kilos of barramundi. No, not like that at all. They have to catch it themselves. What they do is they get their nets. The nets were hand woven, and the women were incredibly good at it. In fact, one report from a long time ago stated for one woman to make a net to catch a kangaroo, so this is land-based, not the sea, but to give you an example, one net 15 metres by about 2 metres high to catch a kangaroo would take one woman about 3 months to make. 3 months of just sitting there and hand weaving these nets. Now, we all love flowers and trees nowadays, obviously. What they would use to make the nets, they'd use the native hibiscus. We call the hibiscus tawalpan. Tawalpan, that's the word for the native hibiscus.
And what part of the hibiscus is the long stems that they use?
Stems, so yes, basically they take them down and strip them apart and basically dry them, and then they strip down the individual fibres. Women were incredibly good at this, so again, women are a very important part of Indigenous culture because